Yeah, so my name is Mikey, Mikey Cortez. I work at Besame El Camino. Besame is a little bit more of like a hidden craft style bar. Pretty high volume though, because we do have a lot of food trucks on the outside. And then I also work at El Camino, another food truck part, a little bit more dive bar than craft. Yeah, no, so the San Antonio industry in and of itself is just filled with such a melting pot of people. Like when you look across San Antonio, you get different sections of, you know, I can get craft in this section, I can get dive bar in this section, and then you go somewhere else and it's a whole different type of craft. You know, it's focused more on, you know, agave spirits, or, you know, another spot's focused more on bourbon. But with the people that's in it, the industry itself is just like, you're gonna find such an amazing array of people that no matter where you go, you're gonna find the vibe for you, and you're gonna find the person that just makes cocktails like in a way that you've never had before. I love them, actually. I love trying to find as many bartending competitions as I can. I love competitions just because it brings a lot of bartenders together who might not usually see each other. We're always working, we're always closing down the bar, so a lot of times we might not get to see each other as much. So competitions really bring a lot of us together. It brings a sense of like family, like, you know, we're cheering everybody on. We don't want anybody to do bad. You know, no matter who it is, it's like, hey, you're gonna go up there, you're gonna kill it. You know, let's run this competition, man. Let's have a good competition. And you know, I think it brings everybody's energy to like a whole new level, and really makes you hone in on like the technicality and the recipes and everything that you're making for the competition. It really helps you set everything in stone. For speed, crazy enough, I've done a few speed competitions, but this one by far put a little bit more pressure just because it was, you know, it wasn't just one specific drink I was making. I had 4 different drinks, and you have to rinse your stuff. You have to make sure you're doing everything technically correct, on top of being quick at it. So I think this competition really it made me feel kind of like alive in a really new way that I haven't in really kind of any other competition at the moment. You know, so craft, what I love doing is I love going out to a lot of the distilleries and learning whatever I can from them, getting my reps to give me as much information as I can. Like, don't get me wrong, tasting of course is the big aspect of it, but you know, the more information you know about something, it's easier to work with it, because you have like a set foundation of knowledge on it. So for the craft cocktail component, I'm a little bit more relaxed with that one, just because I know I get the time to, you know, create and craft a cocktail and push out something that I'm actually proud of. So I think in the craft aspect, it's going to be good in that sense. For the speed, it's just more like you just got to do your reps daily. You know, make sure your accuracy is on point as you're doing it. You know, a lot of the times when you go up there, you know, you get the little shakes. You start, you know, oh my gosh, like the cameras and everything really put a whole new spotlight on you. So for speed, I definitely want to do a lot more like, hey, like I want as many people as I can come to the house, and I'm gonna run a competition. Like I want y'all like cheering on. I want it to be like high energy, and I want to bring a lot of bartenders into it too. That way we can all practice and get our reps in and be like, okay, you know, here's a fake ticket. Let's knock it out. You know, and I think, you know, I think for speed in that sense, it's just doing your reps over and over and over, and letting the nerves kind of fade away as you just kick into, hey, I've done this before, it's just another round, let's do it. So what makes a great bartender is somebody who connects with the customer on a way that's beyond, like, you know, it's beyond drinks, it's beyond, you know, all the booze and everything. Like, don't get me wrong, people are going to a bar usually to drink, whether it be cocktail or mocktail. But ultimately, if you can give them an experience that they're never going to forget, which a lot of these bartenders here in San Antonio do, that puts you at a level above, because you're not just making drinks, you're not just shaking stuff, you're not just, you know, working a well. You know, you're pushing out something, you're pushing out a memory for this person. And the better you can craft and create this memory for them, the more likely they are to be like, hey, you know what, like, I like this place. Like, oh my gosh, it makes them feel something that they may not feel anywhere else. So if a bartender's doing that and I feel like, man, this bartender made my night, then that's how you know you found yourself like a really great bartender.